what's happening, guys? Second video in continuation to the Motorola Fire. This is the Fire XT. I'm going to be reviewing this device quickly and in depth for you guys right now. So before we begin with anything, this device is priced at about 12,500 rupees and has an interestingly good form factor. It's candy bar style, fits brilliantly in the hand. We really like this soft touch back panel. This device does not creak or squeak from any place, and the build quality seems really robust. The device also looks more expensive than it actually is, costs only about 12,500 rupees in the market. One thing we dislike is that the back cover completely does not lock into place, and you can see these gaps, which tends to make you feel that the back cover is loose, but it's not actually loose. Does not shake or rattle in any form whatsoever, and overall build quality is impressive. We have a really nice 5 megapixel autofocus camera on the back here, and 3.5mm audio jack is also good. It does not allow the jack to move around. So let's talk about the OS and the responsiveness of the device. This device is running Android 2.3. You get a very vanilla build of Android on this. You get your SIM card information, network information, date and time, along with the lock slider and the mute unmute slider on the right hand side. You get any notifications that you may have on the screen as well. Coming into the main screen, you get the standard Android interface. You get 5 scrollable screens, 2 on either side of the main screen, and you also get there's the notification of the new mail, so you can look at that in the notification panel. So you get this mode switcher that we demoed in the Motorola Fire as well. So you can set your modes and change the overall widget and the interface to set the mode or the mood you're in. So if you're in a travel business mode, you can shift into that, so you'll have multiple widgets, clocks and everything. You can customize each mood according to your requirements, and you can fit in widgets, wallpapers and everything. One thing I'd like to show you is the customization panel on this. You can get live wallpapers running on this. So let's see if we get the water live wallpaper. You'll be able to see that the wallpaper does not affect the overall usability of this device and does not slow it down at all. Overall responsiveness seems much better than that on the Fire. This device is also running an 800 MHz processor compared to a simple 600 MHz processor on the Fire. This device is, however, a little bit more expensive compared to that. It's about 4,500 rupees more expensive, so that just changes the budget completely. But this device offers a lot more features than the Fire. XT also has a front-facing camera. Switch to the front-facing camera. This camera cannot be used for direct video calls. A lot of you have been asking us, Android does not support direct video calling at all. So you can't directly call via 3G video calls as of now. Possibly Ice Cream Sandwich will support that. So till then you're stuck to just Skype calling, and the latest version of Skype supports video calling on this, and you'll be able to make video calls without any issues over the internet and not over your regular 3G connections. You can use Skype and Fring using the 3G data, not using the 3G video call mode. So that's something which is there. You get a very standard camera application as I was demoing earlier. You can also switch to video mode. This does do video in a decent VGA quality. It does not do HD video. It's standard VGA quality. That's basically all the settings that you have in the camera application. You can download a bunch of camera applications to enhance the experience of the camera. But the camera is simply decent. It's not a great picture taker, it's a decent picture taker, and you'll be able to get some decent pictures with the camera. I'm going to quickly jump into the browser here, show you the browsing experience. Overall responsiveness of this is much better than that on the Fire, and I'm going to quickly jump to iGAN.in and show you that the browser is much more responsive and displays websites in a better fashion compared to the Fire. Again, you have kinetic scrolling, very responsive, no lag whatsoever. And why I'm comparing this to the Fire constantly is because these two handsets were launched together. There is really no comparison between this device and the Fire. That is a QWERTY touch and type, whereas this is a full touch device. Again, a price difference is there, but to generally tell you that this device is comparable to the likes of Huawei X5 Ideos that we reviewed earlier, Has an 800 megahertz processor. You can see the display is very crisp. It does load flash content on websites, not full flash but flashlight, so you'll be able to play flash videos and not load around with flash content as of such, but you'll be able to see some flash advertisements and flash content load up on this. You will have to install the flash plugin to do that, but you can see that overall responsiveness is a great improvement over other devices, but not as great as the Huawei Ideas. It's still not as smooth as the Huawei Ideas. So that's the browser over there. Now let's quickly move on to other things. Let's quickly look at we're gonna get an update of Google Maps right now. So while that updates, we look at the messaging section, and this is the messaging app, similar to the messaging app on the Fire, the messaging app on the Fire XT. You get the new gingerbread keyboard, so it's fairly easy to type using this keyboard. You do get haptic feedback, so every time you do press a key on the keyboard, you get a little vibration letting you know that you've pressed the key. You also get a bunch of settings for the keyboard over here, and you can set it up. You can also switch and see this number style layout, and you get the symbols as well. You do get the selection handles, so you can select, copy, paste, do all those things. Fairly easy to move around the cursor in this. This drag handle makes it really easy to move around and utilize the device to the fullest. So messaging is fairly easy. One thing I need to show you is that you can also jump into landscape. The accelerometer pulls in and puts the device in landscape mode, where you can use the keyboard and you get a bigger, wider keyboard. Again, very easy to use this keyboard, not a problem at all. So the maps have been updated to the latest version of Maps. Unlike the Fire, this device will load 3D maps, and it does get the latest version of Google Maps. First boot of the Maps takes fairly longer than usual startup times, so I'm just going to let it load. So you get the newer version of Maps and wait for it to load the building. So there you go, you can see the 3D maps now. The buildings are starting to load up. Looks fairly good. You do get full navigation as well on this. You can navigate to close by restaurants, coffee shops, pubs, attractions, and all those things. You can also explore what's nearby. You also turn on and off layers for this. Traffic, satellite, terrain, latitude. You can set up your own maps as well. Then you have this location beacon, which is located us. You can also turn on compass settings, where it'll turn the maps according to the direction you're going in, so which is also really great. So that's the full Maps application. You can also get directions and turn-by-turn navigation instructions on this latest version of Google Maps. I'm going to quickly load up Quadrant Benchmark and show you the Quadrant Benchmark scores. So there you go, the score is 959, and it shows that the score is more than the Galaxy S. Which is true. An unrooted Galaxy S scores less than 959. This is about 200 points more than the average score that we got on the Fire. So that's definitely there, but it's lower than the score that we got on the Huawei Ideas. Even when you compare it to devices like the Sony Ericsson Xperia Mini Pro, the score is much less. We also like the customizations done on the Sony Ericsson Xperia Mini Pro and the HTC Wildfire S. They are definitely easier to use devices because of the customizations, because of the user interface. This device is totally bare. You can customize it by installing applications from the Android marketplace, but a fully integrated user interface is what we prefer over a vanilla interface when you're buying a device of this value. I'm going to quickly load up YouTube and show you a bunch of videos. What's happening, guys? After the Motorola Fire, it's time for the quality and video playback along with audio quality is absolutely brilliant on this device. Quickly jump into games here, and I'm not going to play Angry Birds. I'm going to play Raging Thunder to show you that gaming on this is also pretty decent. So my gaming skills don't seem to improve on Raging Thunder at all, but gaming quality on this is definitely good, and playing games, high graphic games, we face no lag whatsoever from the device. So definitely a good device when it comes to gaming. Overall build quality is also really solid, and we really like this look and feel of the device. A couple of problems that we faced with the device: there is a glitch in the software somewhere where something's running in the background. We couldn't actually figure it out, but even if the SIM card is not in there, the battery tends to drain, and overnight the battery drains to about 20% remaining. So there is a glitch there somewhere, which can be possibly fixed by rooting this device or by installing custom firmware or an upgrade that Motorola will give pretty soon. Battery life kind of is very bad on this. The device also heats up due to this drain. If that fix is implemented, the heating problem and the battery drain problem should go away. Audio quality from the earpiece is not so great, it's not as loud as we'd expect it to be, but apart from that, camera on this device is pretty good. A 5 megapixel autofocus camera. It doesn't do HD video recording, we would have liked that, but it does not do that. It does VGA video, and overall a fairly decent device for this price range, 12,500 rupees. We would recommend that you look into getting something a little bit better than this. Possibly a Wildfire S or the Xperia Mini Pro. I do realize that the screen on the Mini Pro is a little smaller than this, but it's definitely a worth it device that has a 1 GHz processor and a better camera, a better overall feel, and the interface, the custom skin from Sony Ericsson, or even going in for the Wildfire S, which has a custom Sense UI, and they do give updates more often. So we would recommend going in for one of those devices. This device, for the sheer looks, I believe is a little better than the Wildfire S. Build quality may or may not be better than the Wildfire S. HTC phones are superbly built, but this looks really sleek and has this really nice and classy look in the hand. So it's a difficult question to answer whether or not to go in for this device. For more unboxing videos, reviews and tutorials, log on to iGyan.in and subscribe to our YouTube channel. It's iGyan on YouTube. It's youtube.com/iGyan, and subscribe to our other channel, which is iGyan TV on youtube.com/iGyan TV. You can also catch us on Facebook, Twitter and on Google Plus now, guys. The links to those are in the description below or at the end of this video. If you have any comments or feedback, we welcome those. Please leave those in the comment section below. Please take out the time to rate this video. A thumbs up helps us go a distance further. For iGyan.in, this has been Bharat Nagpal. Thank you for watching.